The difference between now and then, though, as far as the way it is, like, I don't know why it's like that, but the way it is, like, the producer was at a heavier height. Like, there's those producers right now, you know, like Metro Boomin, you got your names out there and stuff, but there's a whole lot of people around them that sound like them, and they're living off of sounding like them. Like, they're making a living like that.
So it's kind of saturating the sound.
You feel what I'm saying? Back then, Swiss Beats was Swiss Beats. You had to go to get Swiss Beats to get Swiss Beats.
100%, yeah.
Pharrell was Pharrell. You still got to go to Pharrell to get Pharrell. But at the same time, you got Type Beats. I think Type Beats made it a lot more accessible. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm up on deck, run up a check. She like the drip, she like the flex, she like the gold I got on my neck. I don't chase hoes, I follow checks. If it ain't money, then what is you saying? Feel like I'm saying when it's about the money. That old shit, watch hanging out the laundry. I got a bad bitch, I'm classy, Bonnie, she my Beyonce. Yeah, I'm fly as a jet in the plane. I ball like LeVar, stay in my lane. These niggas ain't ready for change. I'm new to this thing, but I don't rock change. I move like LeCaine, I'm doing my thing. Removed all the pain, Picasso the name. And no, we are not the same, cause I put the iron chain. Yeah, said I put the iron chain. Yeah. I put the iron chain, my name. I take it all the beat.
Bear witness like Bear Grylls, as wild as the man get, it's the product and landfillers. I side-eye life like old TVs with antennas. Depends on how you pick the shit apart, you get clear vision. The liquor put spirits in them, the quiet the fears in them. You walk through the jungle and you might leave with a spear in them. Sell out some tickets before you trip on some fair shit, cause equal opportunity is usually inherited. The rappers get careless, all this vibing and dancing. Now they taking advance to go and follow the gram. I look at Kendrick and Cole a little more than a fan. But can I get where you are and still respect who I am? It's hard to balance the love of it and get fucked out your publishing. Now they saying that you running shit, but they ain't come up with shit. I'm done with the funny business, my Kevin Hart is broken. Tried my hardest to cope with my starving artist emotion. Now I'm coming for some cream. Yo, did you get that?
It's a pleasure running into you, sir, because you've been on the move for a while. I know you've been rapping for a minute. Everyone that know you and stuff, you know, they know the story, but I wanted to pull up on you because I was one of the ones that was blessed enough to see it go. You know what I'm saying? So see you in work. You one of the best lyricists I come across personally. You feel me? Just off the strength of the game. You feel me? So you definitely got my respect in all aspects. So let's start with, you know, tell them who you are, tell them where you're from, tell them why you do it.
Alright, so you know, first off, I'm humble. You know, my name is Derrell Deshawn from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Rap initially started for me as a passion. It's more so it's therapeutic for me. So, you know, I feel like if I wasn't recording, I don't know what I would be doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, music. Ever since the days of B.B. King, the best music has been music that moves emotion. You feel me?
100%.
And one of the best emotions that I like to listen to, like, as far as music, is that real, like, something that you can relate to type shit. You feel me? Like, the more you can relate to it, the better the song. And if you can make something relatable, catchy, then it's out of here every time, every single time.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, like, when you writing your music, where does that come from though? Like,
man, everything I've ever written comes from some kind of circumstance or situation that's already occurred, and I kind of pride myself on that. I've never, you know, I feel like people may listen to the radio or listen to other people's albums and allow that to influence the way that their pen may, you know, put together something else. But for me, bro, it's simply life and its experiences. So, you know, when things happen to me in life, I take that in, I receive that, and I hold that. And at some point, when I hear a producer put a beat together, bro, it's gonna come out, you know. That's the answer right there, really.
I ain't mad at it, bro. That's the real shit. If it ain't coming from real life situations, I don't know how you would sell it anyway. You know, people always see through it if it's fraudulent eventually. You feel what I'm saying? So you always had the realest shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like that PTSD joint, that shit is my shit. What's the one where you was singing to the chick?
Toxic.
Toxic, that's my shit.
Absolutely.
Listen, bro.
All hurtful situations, by the way.
Facts.
Very fucked up situations, bro.
Yeah, I understand, bro. Like, what's the craziest thing? Like, was those two things the craziest?
Nah. You know, that's the thing, and I tell people all the time, I'll never run out of content for that reason right there. I mean, it's not about necessarily the time frame that things happen, but it's all based on when it comes out. You know, and Toxic was probably any man dealing with a woman and a woman does something dirty to you. It's devastating. It can be considered traumatic, you know, but what makes Toxic so nasty is that we were both doing the same thing to each other. So it's like, how can I feel upset and angry at you and hurt and all of that when I've been doing the same thing the entire time? It's twisted in that way, and I think that's what makes it beautiful, you know what I'm saying? But as far as the worst case, I think we get to see that, you know.
Yeah.
I hope you guys stay tuned because it's gonna come out.
Storytelling some of the best songs in history. You feel me? So if you can always storytell, you gonna thrive in the business. So, what was some of the inspirational songs that you remember hearing growing up that maybe inspired you to become what you are today with it?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little weird. Man, my biggest inspiration growing up, influence I guess as a kid, was the popish X. So I was big on Nelly. Nelly was the biggest thing when it came through. I might have been 4th, 5th grade, but I had the Band-Aid. I used to tell motherfuckers at school this nigga was my cousin. They believed me, so I had instant clout type shit. My mom's was heavy into the Britney Spears, the Craig Davids, shit like that. So my ear coming up was more built or geared toward the building of a real record as opposed to what you would get out of a rap record. I didn't get into heavy hip hop like your Reasonable Doubt, Biggie's, Nas's. I didn't get into that into high school. So my foundation is more so built on how to build the song. And as I grew up later on, it became more about what I'm saying, the content of the song, and how I'm relating to the people that are listening.
That shit fire, dog. I'm gonna tell you this, bro. One of my inspirations was Lil Wayne, right? And it was just because of the fact of his lyrical way he would tell stories, and then he can lyrically not tell a story and still destroy an instrumental. You feel me?
Absolutely.
And one thing that the reason that it was like that was probably of the creativity and the cadence. I think I haven't been inspired with cadence since then, but your music actually does that for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it inspires me by your cadence also. You know what I'm saying? So like when it comes to that type of shit, like how is that just natural in you? Like it just comes out, or does it take time in coming up with those cadences kind of thing?
Oh man, that's all based on the beat. It's all based on the instrumental itself. So if you were to have a conversation with me or whoever the viewer is at the time, you would hear how important or where I place the value with producers. Producers are everything to this type of shit, bro, because you're not going to get those stories if the beat doesn't bring it about it. You know what I'm saying? So if you're talking cadence, the cadence is based on how you're connected with the beat that you're listening to.
Right.
You know, and how you choose to deliver that shit. So I couldn't stake any claim or take that for granted, bro. That's the most important part. It's all on the producer. 100%.
Yeah. I feel that like the producer is, especially in the era that we came up in, the producer was like one of the heaviest moments in the history. Like,
let me stop you right there.
Yeah.
How?
Freddie P.
Straight cut.
Y'all talking about producers real quick, you know what I mean?
See that?
Let me pull up with the GOAT shit.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? You know how we do it. Bowls up, man. Starting North Carolina, where we at?
Oh, fact. 704, that's where we at. Hey, look, no, but what I was saying is, how do you feel about that in this day and age, though? I mean, if we grew up, or you feel like artists in the past catered to the producer. We valued the producer. How do you feel where the producer stands at in the role of hip hop now?
That's the thing. Like, I think the producer is still an important piece. It drives the sound of the music. You know what I'm saying? The difference between now and then, though, as far as the way it is, like, I don't know why it's like that, but the way it is, like, the producer was at a heavier height. Like, there's those producers right now, you know, like Metro Boomin, you got your names out there and stuff, but there's a whole lot of people around them that sound like them, and they're living off of sounding like them. Like, they're making a living like that.
So it's kind of saturating the sound.
You feel what I'm saying? Back then, Swiss Beats was Swiss Beats. You had to go to get Swiss Beats to get Swiss Beats.
100%, yeah.
Pharrell was Pharrell. You still got to go to Pharrell to get Pharrell, but at the same time, you got Type Beats. I think Type Beats made it a lot more accessible. You understand what I'm saying? To the artist, which to the up and comer, that's cool. That's great for us. All right, well, shit, hell yeah, I want to get a beat that sound like Rick Ross.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? But
I ain't think about it like that.
But to the producer, it drowned him out.
Yeah.
So you don't see them as much, or it don't, like, right in front of you. I guess if you follow their social media, if you're already a fan, that's cool. But you're not really hearing them. Like, you would see Swiss Beats beside DMX all day.
Yeah, absolutely.
You feel me? You gotta wait till you see YG and DJ Mustard.
It kind of takes the out of the shit when everybody else feels like they can do it. I think social media plays a part of that, man. A lot of people, we live in the most technologically advanced age right now, granted. But at the same time, that shit can be like an Achilles heel, right?
Yeah.
Because you have too much access at this point, right?
Facts.
Years ago, like you were just saying about a Swiss Beats would be Swiss Beats. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You would strive as an artist to, boom, I'm going to hustle, I'm going to grind, I'm going to flip this, I'm going to get this deal, I'm going to get that deal. Whatever you got to do to raise your stature to a point where you can get a Swiss Beats record.
Yep.
Now you can just go Google, YouTube, Swiss Beats type beat, and boom, you got it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It takes the value. I feel that. You
That's
just put me on a whole different train of thought with that.
That's why it makes it so hard to even find a producer, because just like everybody raps, everybody produces. So you gotta wait through time and let God put that person in front of you, because you running everybody that can make beats. I get handed stuff all the time. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I understand like, how does that play for you? Like, choosing the production, like the hunt. You know, do you have to do that all the time, or do you know people? Are you waiting to run into people? Like, what? How does that go?
I got producers that I've grown with. You know, shout out Heavy Hit Makers in Fayetteville, North Carolina, of course. But as you travel along, really, it's just about the energy, bro. I tell people all the time, energy transfers. So when you get into a room with somebody, it don't matter if they make beats or rap or they sing or do motivational speaking. If the energy transfers and the communication is built just right, whatever you guys decide to touch together is going to be gold regardless. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, I'm down here with y'all in Charlotte right now, and I got to meet Freddie P. And I can tell you right now, me and Freddie going to build for the next couple of years. I mean, it's just based off of energy. It's how it has to be. So many people, man, watch a couple YouTube videos and decide, hey, I'm producing now, or hey, I'm a rapper now, and you know, that's a whole nother subject. Yeah,
it's soaked the love up out of, but the love is sucked up out of everything, bro. You look at how it's, you know, being handled on the news and things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I blame text messages. Because text messages gave us LOLs and LMAOs and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So people will send an LOL and not even crack a smile.
Yeah, that's weird as fuck though, right?
Right?
That's crazy.
So it started with that shit, and it became a lot easier, and then now it's so easy to hate now, because to smile out there, you sent your smile in LOL. Yeah. So now the only thing you have is hate to make you smile, and that's all they do is hate on social media.
I think it's weird that the world gets off on that hate shit now.
Yeah,
like it's more entertaining to hate on somebody
because they gave all they real emotion through text messages, bro. It's out here. It's out the way you talk. It's all out there, though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. How does it go about, you know, when you're going about performing? Like, a lot of people come into the game and don't even realize how much the performing is a part of the industry and the reason you're getting the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, the baby, a lot of the reason he's there is because he is an amazing performer.
Yeah.
If I had to pick, he would be like the shit. Like when I was coming up, he would be like Shawn Michaels and like the charisma. You know what I'm saying? You don't see people with natural like charisma like that. And then can pull it off on stage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that right there, he wouldn't even though he can rap, like he wouldn't have to have been able to rap. Just the charisma alone would have made him some money.
He's gonna end up in film somewhere.
Right.
You can see that coming. Man, performance is important, but not for the reasons that I feel you mentioned, and not to downplay that at all. But I don't think it's industry at all. For me, it's a passion. What I do with music, and my goal ultimately is to just impact people with the stories that I have and be able to travel and meet different cultures and exchange those stories, right? So how else can you exchange those stories or even, be heard in the right format if you're not in person with these people? I think we've jumped into this digital world head first, right? And I don't fault anybody for it because it's giving people are getting platforms for this shit. People are feeding their families. People are avoiding prison. They out of jail. They're not, and I'm cool with that. It's a whole nother aspect of the game, but I can't compare performing in the industry. I don't want that to go too far with that narrative because really performance should be about just impacting the individual you're in front of. This is my way of communicating with y'all what I've been through, and at some point, maybe I can hear what you've been through, and we can communicate and exchange that. That's what performing is to me. Yeah, let's
dig a little deeper into the performing. Like that's even in performing, that's a part of it. That's the charisma that you have. Like it's energy sharing.
Yeah,
People. I had to perform in front of Deb Annie one time. And Deb, she didn't pick me. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't say like she picked me to come and perform because you had to perform in front of her to even do the second show.
Okay.
So I performed there and she liked it. But when I came, there was other people. And I was like, that song's so trash, but they's lit as fuck. You feel me? The crowd It's the energy that you give off, and you don't know that. I didn't know that then. It was just when she said, if you can't perform, I really don't care how great the music is. This is how the business. That was just the business it is, though.
Yeah.
It ain't even about that. But the stuff that you do, or you were saying, it helps fuel the actual what they look for.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? So at the same time, like I learned that the energy that you put off on stage, it goes into it and rehearsing. Rehearsing, getting your stuff together. You know what I'm saying? So you be up there and owning the stage. It's not about being on stage. It's about owning the stage. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, do you have to? How does that go with you? Like, how do you prepare for like a show and something like that? Like, make sure you knowing all your rhymes. Like, what are you doing to get ready for that?
Man, that's a good question. I mean, I'm as simple as it comes, bro. It all starts as when we was kids. We was rapping in front of the mirror, right? And you wanted to see yourself. You're looking at yourself at different angles. You might turn to the side, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Figure out what your good light is. All that shit. That shit is real and that shit sticks. So if I'm preparing for a performance, if because I Freddie P mentioned having a band earlier, right?
Yeah.
That's a whole different story. If it's just me, bro, I'm a play it in the house. I'm gonna dance around the house. I'm gonna get my breathing together.
Yeah.
That's important, right? I might practice with the remote. I'm that simple, bro.
Yeah.
Then all day long while I'm running my errands or doing this, that, and the third, I'm in the car with it. I'm just reciting it to myself. I'm more so trying to connect to the energy that I had when I recorded the shit, right? Because before I try to get on this stage and talk to y'all about this shit, let me talk to myself. Because again, this is therapy. I'm ministering. You know what I'm saying? So I need to feel that message before I can go on stage and deliver that same message. But it don't go no further than that. You know what I'm saying? I see people renting out the little, what you call those dance things, and standing in front of the big mirror.
Yeah.
If you don't have no dancers, I never understood that. But
right.
I'm not gonna shit on your trap because you do whatever you feel is right. But me personally, as simplistic as possible, right? That's it. And no smoking, no drinking. Just try
feel
to
the music.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's a big part of it, man. So what makes it sell. I ain't gonna hold you though. You know what I'm saying? I know you busy and stuff. I just wanted to pull up on you, show the world off, show you off to the world. You know what I'm saying? So, you want to tell me your Instagram or whatever you got?
Yeah. Instagram Derrell_Deshawn. Most importantly, I want you guys to stream the album. Sacrifices is anywhere digitally that album, that music can be purchase. Also just released a video for PTSD, which is actually the intro to the album. Very important music, man, and just if you guys peep this, you want to have a conversation, reach out to me, bro, because I love to have a conversation, and it could build into something bigger. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this shit is about.
Facts.
Gotta show that shit one time.
Yeah.
You don't know what the fuck going on.
Hell yeah.
Check the TV out, Chainge. Check the TV out, Chainge. Check the TV out. Gang, gang, gang.